Hi, welcome everybody who's watching the replay because I'm pretty sure nobody will be here yet. You have to bear with me. I'm flying solo at the moment and trying to get this zoomed in okay. And I'm going to have to set up my mouse. Sorry, I'm probably a bit close to the microphone, so I'm just going to get this up on my computer so I can see what's happening. You'll have to forgive the creaking. That is my lounge. Every time you move, it creaks, which is a bit annoying. I used to have a sweet spot where I could sit, but now it doesn't seem to matter. It just creaks every time I move. Ah, no. No. I don't want it to play another video. I'm trying to get to my account. But my net just went out a minute ago, so I'm actually streaming from my mobile data, which I don't use that often anyway. I don't know what is wrong with TPG for around the same time last night it went out and then it came back. I'm glad I wasn't already streaming. I'm later than usual, but that is because Miss Assistant was working on assignments and I was helping her. And she is currently recording a speech. Okay, I've gotten to the video, so hopefully I can... No, I can't move back that way any further. Hopefully I can see people chatting. Hi, Melinda. Okay, so I've got lots of goodies. I've pre-cut a bunch of paper. I found some more blending solution and some more and some more. I had more bottles than I thought. I emptied out this bottle the other night after I finished filming, so I filled that with the 99% isopropyl alcohol. This one. So I had a dropper, but I also have the bottle here in case I need it. And I have a bunch of papers. This is the Ceram coat. Cream glossy, green glossy, turquoise glossy, aqua, I don't know, teal, I don't know. They're all so close together to me. This is a pearlescent glossy, so a bit different than the glossy I was using the other day, and then a green pearlescent glossy. This is the Yupo. Then I have lots of the photo paper. I don't care how much of that I use. I've got a little bit more to the side because I have packets and packets of that and they'll get used anyway. Then again, I have the cream and the white Star Dream and some plain paper to go with the alcohol lift ink. See if we can get to use that. I also have the alloys. I have 3 of the new alloys. I have gilded, sterling, and that's the mixative. I don't know, I have the copper mixative out. It doesn't work. I have gilded, sterling, and what's the other one? Mind, which is my favourite. I had a bit of an accident. My white mixative didn't have the lid on, so it went everywhere. I put it back in the container. I thought I'd checked every one before I put them back in, and the lid was completely off, so it's all through my container. So Snowcat mixative has gone over everything. Where's the gilded? There's the gilded. I have some of the new colours here. I have indigo and I think Laguna and boysenberry, and I also have another one in there somewhere and I don't remember which colour it is off the top of my head. The pearls, I thought it might be fun to try out some of the alcohol pearls. And I also have a bunch of extra backgrounds that I made the other day. So I'll start getting everything moved out of the way. And if you're wondering, I have a big collection of alcohol inks. I have all of them, plus the ones to the side, except my 2 coppers are dead. Lesson learnt, if you don't use your copper fast, it goes bad, or within a couple of years. I don't use copper very much, so I'm probably not going to replace that one. My favourite mixative is Pearl, and this bottle was almost empty, but it had solidified as well, so I added a little bit of blending solution in there, and it loosened it up, and it works just fine now. So there's a quick tip if you need it for how to get your mixative moving again. Also, if you still have the liquid, my metallics had set to half and half. So there was half sediment down the bottom and half liquid at the top. If you lay them on their side for half an hour to an hour, then you'll be able to shake them back together, because I couldn't get my mixing ball to move no matter how much I shook. But after doing that, they moved. Or alternatively, if you're in a rush, grab a toothpick, pull off the top and move it around. I was going to try and use an alcohol ink background for my mother, but I couldn't get anything to work with it. With this, I was on a time crunch too. It was like a last minute thing, so I went with something a lot easier. But I made all of these backgrounds out of one lot of ink on an ink blending tool and blending solution. So I was able to get 4 pretty backgrounds, and they have the gilded alloy on it. You might be able to see on that one that it's picking up the gilded alloy, and even though this is 2nd or 3rd generation, there's still a lot of alloy on there. I have all the ones that I made the other night. I think that one I made in the video. And these ones, and this one, and this one. I'm trying to find the ones I didn't make in the video. I think I made some purple ones. Now, unfortunately, I forgot about the sticky on the back of some of these, so they got a bit wrecked. It's not quite 100 bottles, not yet. This one still has the sticky on the back, so I won't layer that one up. And then I was trying to play with the technique that Jennifer Maguire was doing the other day. This one's on Yupo. Just putting the colour in the middle and spritzing it outwards. That one was an epic fail. These 2 pieces I actually picked up the background mess with. I sprayed some of the isopropyl alcohol down and then just smushed my cardstocks in there and came up with some interesting backgrounds. Then I was practicing a lot trying to get this ribbon sort of technique down. This is with the sterling mixative, and trying again. My light just decided it was going to take a dive. And then I tried with a red colour, which I think is another new colour. Is that one? Did I have that one out? Yeah, that's Poppy Field. Never mind. Then I tried with a couple of colours. This is the rose gold one, the Mind mixative. And I believe that is just cobalt. No, that is just indigo. Or cobalt. Do I have cobalt? I don't remember. I have so many. Then I did another set of 5 as well. So I have these 5. And I thought maybe this one would be great for the alcohol lift technique because it is so dark. Some things I have noticed, the alloys don't like to stay on the photo paper. They lift off. I'll show you in a minute. Then I've added a couple of colours on that. Again, trying to do the funky ribbon technique. Some are more successful than others. This is photo paper. I don't know what I was doing on this one. Messing about, I guess. And then I've got a nice red one. purple one, which could be the boysenberry because I was trying out the new colours. This was the first one. This is the first one I did. And this uses juniper and aqua, I think. And it's the one that I got to work the best with. The way it looks is what I was trying to go for. Now, these are the alloys. And this is on photo paper. And I used the blending solution because I know you need the blending solution to get the alloys to stick. But it still wipes straight off the photo paper. So alloys and photo paper are not friends. But at the same time, these two especially give you an idea of what the alloys look like when you mix them in with the colours, how it gives you the lines of alloy. It looks really pretty. So not only did I film the video, then I went to town playing with stuff, and now I have alloy everywhere. I am going to sparkle for days. So I have yet to look at the colours of alcohol pearls, so I thought I'll start there because they look like fun and prettiness. These have the same mixing ball in them as the metallic mixatives and the alloys. And if you've never looked inside one, it's actually a pretty big ball. It's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 millimeters across. It looks quite large in these tiny bottles anyway. I still need to get the Earth Tony set, which I think has the dark blue and 2 brownie colours. So these need to be shaken, and again, I assume it's better to lay them on their sides. So I'll lay them all on their sides because this one's been standing up by the looks of it. Probably should have kept them in their trios for a minute so we could have had a look at what their blending trio looked like together. Does it tell you what colours comes in what? Nope, too late. So I have Enchanted, Splendor, Alchemy, I need Miss Assistant to come and shake all the bottles for me. I think they require a little less shaking than the mixatives and the alloys. They have a little bit less sediment in there. Then Sublime and Tranquil. And Deception and Envy. And my favourites, Intrigue and Villainous. So let's get these into some sort of rainbow order. Because who doesn't like a rainbow? And which one of these is photo paper? This one. Just to have a quick look at the colours, because I don't know what they look like. let's try it with a drop and a drop of blending solution. Two drops to see what the colour looks like. So sparkly and pretty. You probably can't see it, but it's doing the whole moving around and sparkling and prettiness thing that happens when you have pearls or mixities. Oh, back the other way. So that was intrigue and deception. Enchanted. Enchanted looks almost fluorescent. Splendor. Alchemy. I should have, I don't think I have any black. Yeah, I do. I should have found my black glossy to see what they look like on black glossy. I think they look nice on dark cardstocks. Sublime. Ha ha ha. Nice pun there. Which one? This one or this one? Envy. Yeah, it is. It's really nice. Oh no, I think my nozzle is clogged. Oh, here we go. Tranquil. And Villainous, which of course is my favourite. The Sublime has a bit of a colour shift. You can see the yellow wicking out from it. Could just be because it's on this photo paper. But they are so sparkly. Don't know if you can see the sparkle. That's a very, very weird and vibrant colour. It's always my fault. Melinda said if she goes and buys some tomorrow, it's all my fault.
I saw that. Just then.
Miss Assistant in the house.
No, I'm too tired for that. I just
Say
gave
hi,
up.
Melinda.
Hi, Melinda. I just gave up.
Haven't you done it?
No, I did.
Ah, is it all same?
Yeah. And
Okay.
I put a private comment at the bottom.
Okay. As long as it's done, that's all that matters.
And then I explained there's a lot of mistakes in my thing. In my
Oh well.
what's it called?
Okay, now I'm being dangerous and making these two colours blend together and they make another pretty colour. I thought this would be darker. I didn't think it would be so light. Now, while could you do me a favour? The two little drawers that are on the bookshelf at the top of the stairs. There's like the plastic drawer, one on top of each other. I think they're the second shelf from the bottom. Can you have a look in there and see if you can find any black glossy cardstock? If you can't, it doesn't matter.
I'll try.
And then the other place they could be is on that drawer there.
Thanks, Melinda.
So on this paper anyway, their labels aren't quite represented, so it's always good to do a swatch. But again, this is photo paper, so that doesn't mean much. But I've got this cardstock here. Oh, I think I have a dark
I'm scared
one.
now.
Hang on.
Okay, I won't leave now.
Not you.
Fine then, I'll leave it. I'll go to bed.
I thought I had a dark cardstock. I think I put it back on the shelf.
But I can't go to bed because then I'll let down
That's
the
already
window.
sparkly. That defeats the purpose.
Oh, what do you mean?
What?
I said I'll go to bed then, but I can't because then I'll let down the window and I can't do that. Melinda can agree to.
I'll grab this one and try them on this and see what they look on this. And if Miss Assistant finds black glossy cardstock, then we'll try it on that. For all of them, I've done 2 drops of blending solution and 1 drop of colour. I am just not sure about that colour. I like that. I like the pink on there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shiny cardstock like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't find the drawers? Okay, what about the drawers out there? It will be in the drawer with the black cardstock in it. I can see the solution is reacting with whatever coating is on this cardstock. So that can't be great. But anyway. Oh, look at that. Miss Assistant found one. I'll cut that in half in a minute. Oops.
Do I need to shake any of them?
The purple one? I think it needs a little shake. It's been shaken, so I need to use it. Shake it. Victory, we have half a sheet.
I can go get another one if you want it.
Sure. Yes, please. Look at the milkiness that happened there. I think that's from the coating of this cardstock. It's not meant for this. Whereas I think this black one I've got should be... This black one I got should be Tim Holtz black, I believe.
You just
Hopefully.
hit the camera.
So I'm just going to chop this in half.
There are many drawers with shiny card stock and other things, so who knows where it could be. I found the drawer, luckily. Led me to the wrong place. It was downstairs, not upstairs.
Okay, well, there's 2 places it could have been.
I was responding to Melinda.
So let's try these colours again on this. Wow, it really behaved very weirdly on this cardstock.
They're only half sheets, so
Yeah, that's alright. Knowing me, I was able to get a half sheet very cheap.
Well, that's me too. I can find food easily. That's right. Isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, they're gonna blend.
That's alright. It doesn't matter. They are moving more on this cardstock, which leads me to believe it definitely is the Tim Holtz cardstock.
Is that like meant to be fluoro?
Look at what colour it is.
Fluorescent.
Do you want to check the yellow one?
Oh, let's go ahead of you then.
Oops. Can I have yellow, please? Whoa. These disperse much differently on this cardstock.
Is it blue then green?
No, it's green. The pretty green.
This one?
Yes.
Well, you said they're interesting on the black.
Very. They're definitely moving a lot more. The ugly green.
And I'm mixing the other ones, the silver one. On them ones.
Whoa, I don't know how much mixity I put down then, but it was a little
That
much.
was a lot.
Blue.
I know what comes next. And I am hungry.
Well, it's cheap night. What do you want to eat?
I don't know. There, you just put down 2 dots and they just blended in
It doesn't matter.
with the blue.
It's just to have a bit of an idea
It's
of
so
about what it
shiny.
looks. So
I
shiny.
don't know if
I
there's
better not sing that.
Don't. Please don't.
So they all have a silver. Well, look at. I can see a little bit of colour in there actually. So I think they have a combination of micas in there. Certainly reminds me of the Pearl X macro with the blingy colour, macro pearl. The alcohol. Imagine how I felt after a video the other night. Okay. It'd be interesting to see what it looked like on proper glossy cardstock because that's just photo paper, so it doesn't move about as much. Yeah, me too, mostly. With a couple of good patches, but not very many. But I have to try and be good because so does Miss Assistant.
Good luck with that.
Because our bodies don't like it when we have too much sugar.
I do it anyway. You all know that.
Now this cardstock is
I did not
weird.
like that.
Look how milky that went. Wow. I'm just going to put some. I'll put 2 drops of the isopropyl on this end and see if it reacts. And then I'll put the 2 drops of blending solution on this end. So this is just regular run-of-the-mill.
React straight away.
Regular run-of-the-mill glossy cardstock, not specialty Tim Holtz glossy. The isopropyl alcohol is having no effect, but whatever's in the blending solution is causing it to
away.
go milky. The coating's going milky and going gross.
You mean pulling away from the colour?
I was doing some research earlier because I was trying to. There was recipes for how to make your own, and it tells you the ingredients: ethanol, propylene glycol, methyl ether, and isopropanol, which is isopropyl alcohol, I imagine. But one recipe, it had antifreeze, isopropyl alcohol, and recollection stamp cleaner, because all of those things had the ingredients you needed, and it was like 1 ml of this and 5 ml of that. It was a very weird recipe, and they gave you links to buy the stuff, but we can't get the stuff. There was one other thing as well, I can't remember what it was, but she gave all the measurements of how to make your own 1 bottle of the blending solution, and they worked and tested and did lots of things to see how it reacted and to get the same reaction as blending solution. It was weird and interesting. the patch that has the isopropyl's not quite dry, but it is lighter. So we'll see if that dries darker. But I think that's an interesting effect. It looks like I've added snow cap into the mix, which is how you get regular alcohol inks to show up on the black. But these show up on their own. Oh, look, what happened? Oh, they mustn't have mixed there. Never mind. I just thought there's a hole in the middle. It must have rubbed off, but I'm rubbing my finger over and nothing is coming off. Let's try it on the photo paper and see if the sparkle comes off. I can't tell because my fingers are already dirty. Well, yep, it comes off a little on the photo paper. So I guess I will stick to regular colours of alcohol ink on the photo paper just because it doesn't lift off. I can't remember if the mixative lifted off or not. I'd have to test that as well. So now I have no plan and no idea where to start. That was just the first thing. His assistant bought me some more cardstock, so I'll chop the black in half.
Oh. I'm eating the potato now.
It's got meat in there too.
I'll put that in I wrapped it in.
Why don't you just leave it in the container and put it back in when you're done instead of wasting?
No more. Too late. It's in the fridge now.
Oops, I didn't cut them in half, right? But never mind.
I'll put the bacon away too, considering you left that out.
Oops. I left the bacon on the bench from dinner. So we have some black cardstock to add to the mix now. I sort of sometimes formulate a plan for my lives about what's going to happen. I mean, we wing a fair bit of it quite often. But in general, I know the flow of what's going to happen or what I plan to happen.
Unless I leave.
But this time I've just, completely lost the plot. I really, really super want to try this background.
Oh.
Now, I don't have a stamp block big enough out here to use this, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. So I'm going to have to stick it on here. I'm going to grab a piece of regular cardstock because I'm going to try the alcohol lift ink. I know you need a stamp cleaner to clean this off the stamp. And if you don't have a stamp cleaner, you can only use it once. And then you've got to clean it with a stamp cleaner before you can try again. So I am looking for that very dark purple.
I like that one. Don't destroy that one.
I'm not destroying it. It's going to have this in the background.
If it's not crooked.
It doesn't matter if it's crooked. I'll cut it so that it's straight. That's what paper trimmers are for.
If they don't stuff up.
So this is a funky looking pad. It looks like it's got nothing on it. We'll see how this goes. It's not as raised as other pads, I don't think. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look in a minute. So according to Tim, this is supposed to lift off the ink and hold onto it until you transfer it onto paper.
I'm just sitting here eating a potato.
So we put this on here. And I'll rub it around.
I'm not in here half the time that she's crafting though. I'm usually asleep.
Hibernating.
Yeah.
So I tried to hold this really still. And so we'll lift that off and put it to the side a minute. And then we'll see if we get anything off this one.
doesn't look like it. Oh, actually, that's a lie. Yes, it does. Or I'm at school. But I can't be at school.
Okay, I have nothing on there. So that didn't quite work.
That's a bummer.
Okay, let's have a look at my... It's wet. It's very firm. That one's a very firm pad. There's no give to it. Oh, that's the wrong brand. I don't think I have an archival ink pad next to me that I can check.
I'm not running out there.
I have an itty bitty one, but that's not going to tell us much. Never mind. Okay.
Yes, you do. There's one in there, wouldn't there?
Yeah, there's one in that box. So first we dab. Well,
Melinda said should alcohol be wet? That's what
no,
Melinda said.
it's supposed to be completely dry.
What?
But I don't think it works on the photo paper. Okay.
Actually, hang on. But you can tell.
I can see a little bit of it.
I can see all of it.
It is starting to come through.
Don't mind the ruckus. Just me. Luckily.
Very faintly. It's probably because I'm doing this on photo paper.
Aww. We didn't get to listen to that screamer. But I'm not going to sing it. That'll be my biggest regret. My biggest regret. Oh, that is
And by doing it on the photo paper, I'm removing all of the gilding, well, a lot of the gilding. You can see it very faintly. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it on screen. It looks about the same. There's just no give.
This one, well, this one's smaller, but okay. You can compare it. Oh, how did I get
Because this
bloody
ink
alcohol
pad is
on
messy.
me?
I need to clean it.
How did I get alcohol on me? I got the alcohol on me.
Did you?
Yes.
Where's my drink?
I know.
Okay, you're going to hear a shh because I need some fluid.
I
It's
have
cheat
all
day,
of mine.
so I'm drinking Coke.
Well, Melinda said she tried looking at her at a friend's house, but it didn't work.
I'm going to find one that's on a paper that should work. So where's a Yupo background? That's Ceram coat. We could try that. That's a nice dark one. It might work on there. Trying to look for a Yupo. Yupo. It's a Ceram coat again. Did I do the duck? That's not.
At least.
That's Ceram coat, so we can try Ceram coat. I don't think it's going to work on any of the porous papers. That's Tim Holtz specialty cardstock.
Should work on that. If not, then ooh.
That's Yupo. I'll try it on half of that. I had 4 pieces of Yupo, but do you think I can find them?
Nope.
Is that Yupo or is that... Oh yeah, that was my first one, so that was my control. I don't know what happened. I know I did a pair of Yupos, but I don't know which ones they are.
Melinda said when Tim does it, it looks so easy and works.
I know, I think it's all about the paper. I really do. Because photo paper tends to grab onto the ink and not want to let it go. Okay, because that didn't work properly, I'm going to be bad. Oh, maybe. Hang on. Let's see. I'm just going to test a corner and see if any colour comes up. Okay, no colours coming up. So I'm just going to be bad and try it with this Mongi piece because this is Yupo and I think it really is all about the paper. I'm hoping, because it did start to work on that dark piece, but just not the way
it does on Tim Rotz's.
Tim gets it to work. Now I can actually see the ink on there this time.
I can see it better on the dark one than I can on that one.
Yeah, but hopefully once I go over it.
There's no more potato left.
Now it's not taking it all the way back to white, but it is working.
Don't mind me eating.
Did you eat? Oh yeah, you did eat your crunchy.
No, I have ate that.
I think I bought you mini M&Ms.
We ate. Oh, I ate them.
You ate mini M&Ms already? A whole bag? When did you eat them?
Last week.
No, I bought them. What?
You brought some last.
Oh no, I bought you 2 bags. There we go. We can actually see that one.
Personally, I like it the other one. Do not destroy that one.
I've been told I'm not allowed to do anything to that one. I don't know what is wrong with my colours today.
Don't know what's me.
Because on my laptop, they are not coming up anywhere near as vibrant as they are in real life.
Okay, because your laptop is Blair.
So are they more vibrant on your phone?
I can see them better. Oh, actually, hang on. No, it's the same.
Not yet. I haven't watched the video on them yet, so I'm not that tempted yet. So there is definitely a difference on the Yupo. I can actually see the words.
I feel like
And that
sleeping.
is pretty funky. Oh, I suppose I should lift this off. Did you see that he's been doing those really long videos? There we go. Victory.
Wait. I want to see something. There's still some of that other colour on there. That's top. You can tell just that little bit.
So we got it to work.
I'm gonna get a drink. Oh.
Now I think Tim said that the alcohol lift does not work on the what are they called?
I don't know.
The pearls. So I'm not going to try that. I don't want to waste ink. And I know I'm supposed to clean this properly between each one, but I don't care.
That's a bad thing. Nothing.
I just want to try and get a full sheet. See if I can get a whole one to work. This is specialty stamping paper, which I never liked colouring on. Tim could always get really cool effects on specialty stamping paper, but I could never get it to work. So I was not a fan, and it just sits in my stash and doesn't do very much.
I came back.
Now, apparently you can just leave this for however long you like and then it will stamp, but I'm just going to do this bit so I don't forget.
I'll be out of the house. I wouldn't be here.
So, of course, the lighter side doesn't show up as much, but the darker side is showing up. So that would make a lovely background. I need a new piece of paper towel because Tim says use clean paper towel. but use it as long as you can.
That's been on.
Yes, I know. I keep meaning to say something to you, but I forget. So tomorrow you need to sort it, please. Somebody's left the PlayStation on all week.
Well, that's because I have to complete a whole thing so it doesn't restart.
So I can see it on the specialty cardstock. Again, not made for alcohol inks. It's more of a watermark, as if I'd put Versamark on top.
Does that work?
Or any embossing ink, but you know what I mean. It looks more as of an emboss resist. It takes the mixative off really well. Where there's mixative, I can really see where that lift ink has been, and you can, when you're up close, see some of where the lift ink is, but not as good a result as we had with the Yupo. So I want to try a Ceram coat. Can't try that one because that's not going to work. Yupo. Yupo and Ceram.
Well, this is working very well.
So I'm going to try this Ceram coat purple one. It's got a little rip in it from where I accidentally stuck them together. Yeah, it seems to work best on the Yupo. If I knew where my glossy cardstock was, I'd definitely pull it out, but it is not in my Tim Holtz drawer of cardstocks. So I'm not 100% sure where my Tim Holtz glossy cardstock has gotten to.
See, because if I log out, I'll lose all of that and that.
Okay, well you don't have to log out.
Like, I can't turn it off.
So this is what happens when you don't clean your stamp. So I best change stamps after this.
Yeah. It's not making a sound either. Look. I'm still talking.
Next door have a party happening, so if the music gets loud, that'll be fun. I'll try a thicker stamp in a minute. I'm going to change stamps after this. I just wanted to see what happened on the Ceram coat, and I absolutely love this stamp, which is why I wanted to try it. It does have some thick lines in it. Some of the words are a bit thicker, but I've seen Tim use some super delicate stuff. That's why I thought I would give this a go, because I love this one. They have a large household. There's usually at least, I don't know, maybe 10 people that live there at any one time. I don't know how many usually live there at any one time.
Well, it's depending if they're having a party or not.
We don't really know. It depends. It changes from week to week how many people are there.
And then there's me not paying attention and doing this at the same time.
But on any given night, somebody got a karaoke machine for their birthday, so on any given night it gets very loud. Very loud.
That's funny.
Oh, I like that. Okay, let's move this so I'm not tempted to use it again, because I like this. And I don't want to have to buy another ink pad already.
And then
I think again the Ceram coat's not going to work. Maybe I'm doing it wrong too. Maybe you're supposed to get the ink off straight away, but it's not not doing much at all on the Ceram coat, because the Ceram coat has the special Ceram coat surface and it pulls the ink under, I think. But I saw a technique years ago where you emboss with gold or silver, whatever other metallic you have, or pearl, and then you put on the alcohol inks and you, I think, use the straw to spray it around, which of course isn't good. We now know we're not allowed to do that anymore.
What? Straw?
Yeah. Not allowed to blow the inks around with a straw, because you breathe it in and it's not good for your lungs to have it that close and that far in. So Ceram coat holds onto it. Is this Yupo? No, that's Ceram coat. This is Yupo. So this is another dark Yupo. So let's see. I've got the butterflies. I've got the bird.
Can't choose one.
This assistant wants to choose one.
Oh, I'm resetting this up.
So this time what I'll do is I will I'll dab the Yupo straight away and see if it makes a difference. I didn't write myself any instructions, so I've got no idea.
That's the same as that one.
Only they're different sizes. She didn't pick it.
What?
The bird.
No.
Bird's the word.
I got the flutterby instead.
Do I have a block big enough for a butterfly?
Flutterby. I wonder if they can see that. Oh, he just moved it. I was showing them the flutterby.
Oh. Sorry.
Flutterby.
I can't see what's coming up, what's not. We've got a delay. There we go.
I'm not exactly paying attention, which is a bad thing, but also
I need a piece of cardstock.
Oh, I got a message. Did I get a message?
And I'm going to push that down up here.
What? Oh.
Oh dear. So I'm just going to quickly push that down.
That would be me. I eat like everything.
Just out of curiosity, let's see if we can get a shadow. Oh, look at that. You can double stamp it and get an even lighter version. And grab my paper towel and go straight away onto this one.
There we go. Why is that to me?
Well, I'm obviously doing something wrong. Maybe I have too much colour. Maybe I should try it on a slightly lighter cut one, but I don't know if I've got any Yupo left.
You are not
That's
using
coloured.
That. You are not using that.
I'm banned from using the purple Yupo.
Purple and pink and blue. I wonder if it's going to respond to me.
Look. So I've got half the butterfly to come up, but I can see bits of it. It's just not clearly defined on here. But the effect for the stamp off is pretty nice.
Oh.
Miss Assistant ate leftover mashed potatoes from last night. Where's the bird? Bird is the word.
Which one? The big one, the small one?
The big one. I think it has some more solid areas.
I love how I'm not paying attention. Oh!
I'll have a pile of... Good evening.
Well, morning for you, evening for us.
Yeah. He said good morning, so I said good evening.
Wait, what am I doing now? Oh,
Okay, let's try going from the light to the dark.
It's very jittery.
And I'm going to go straight in with the dabbing. No, I think I had the right idea before. I think you're supposed to leave it a second. I don't know.
I'm literally not paying attention.
I think I'm going to have to go back and watch Tim's video.
I am not doing that.
And I meant to grab a stencil and I forgot.
I was so electrocuted.
I can see a bird vaguely on here.
I'm sorry.
It's not going all the way back to white like I see his does. So maybe it's the glossy cardstock.
I like how I can just do this and I'm not paying attention. I see the bird, but I like the
see the
butterfly
bird.
better. Oh, I cannot see what I'm doing. A second. Oh, look at that.
So far, I'm mostly liking the stamping off better. So I think I need to watch Tim's videos some more and see what the go is with that. And I know that you can drop some of this on your craft mat, pick it up with a blending foam, not blending felt, and use it to a stencil. So we've got lots of backgrounds that worked. That's my favourite. And then this one and this one. This one did work, but because there's no definition here for the bird, it looks a bit weird. So then you need to make sure you have a full outline, I think.
I thought I died in the game.
Okay. What next?
I don't know. I'm just sitting here playing Diablo. We're not sponsored by Diablo.
Oh dear.
What?
Did you hear that, Mr. Mod?
I don't know if you did. Hey! But I can't do it. Scary beast. Scary beast.
I wanted to try the alcohol pearls on different cardstocks with blending foams, but I've lost my blending foams. Here they are. And not my blending foams, my blending felts. So I'm going to grab a few blending felts out. I'm going to...
He said no, he did not hear that. And what did I say? Hang on. I said we're not sponsored for. I'm playing Diablo, but we're not sponsored by Diablo.
You gotta speak louder this direction.
I'm trying to kill the beast.
I've lost my blending tool. So I'll grab another one. Has anyone... Curious if anyone's tried these blending foams from scrapbook.com. I've only tried them to a stencil so far and I didn't really like that. But apparently these domed ones are good for regular everyday blending because they don't leave those harsh edges.
I said I'm playing Diablo, but we're not sponsored by Diablo.
So we'll go with intrigue and villainous. Okay, Mr. Mod. Deception or tranquil?
I know which one I would choose.
Deception, tranquil.
If you can hear me. Say it again.
Are you still there, Mr. Mod?
Mod. Diablo.
No? Which one would you choose, Miss Assistant?
Oh, actually, hang on. With both of these.
Tranquil. Well, you best get some food.
Yeah, I better eat.
Got some leftover pesto. Got
Pesto.
some leftover pesto.
But you can't come over and eat it because they're in quarantine. And they're in complete lockdown. And you can't come over anyway.
Okay, so we've got tranquil.
This one is, I don't know which one.
Come on, quickly.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Your alcohol inks, they dry fast. Intrigue and villainous. So first I'm going to try on this side with no blending solution, and I think I need a bit more of each.
He said yes, please, after my tea. But you would have to fly over and come and eat it. But, you know, kind of can't.
That's better.
Which is sad.
I really like how they look wet. Wow.
I like the pinky purpley, whatever that one is.
Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit more. I think you need a little bit more of these to work with than your regular inks. They seem to not go as far. And then I'm going to grab some blending solution.
On my pink. No. That's my chin.
Just give that a few seconds to dry.
Melina said just had to help Alexis make tuna mayo corn sandwich. What was so funny? All I heard was laughing.
I tried to say leftover pesto, and instead I said leftover pestover. Because apparently I don't English.
She can't English.
Not seeing too much of a difference between the non-blending solution side and the blending solution side. The blending solution side's actually a little duller. That's the only thing. And once I've added the blending solution, it seems to have a little bit of that white milkiness in there.
English is the hardest second language to learn.
Okay, let's try. What's that? No, I need a. Well, okay. Just out of curiosity, let's try it on a piece of photo paper with blending solution.
Have fun with that. said I have trouble with it as a first language. Well,
Me too.
don't we all though? I can't even do the subject yet alone speaking.
So I haven't been able to get a whole
What?
small sheet of cardstock, card front size, out of the few drops I put on there. I've had to add in some more colour. But wow.
I don't need that one. She said pretty. Linda said it's pretty.
So that's on photo paper. I'm trying to get in all the places that I missed. But it's harder on photo paper because the colours don't want to spread out.
As much as they should.
Out of curiosity, let's try an alloy in the mix.
I should be doing this like this. Look how many amethysts I've had, Mum. Melinda said, have you seen Tim do the rainbow swipe technique?
I've seen Jennifer do it. I don't think I saw Tim do it. I know he talked about it, but I don't think I ended up watching the rest of that video because stuff, life.
Oh.
It's so
Quarantine
pretty.
life. My neck hurts now.
Okay, I like the pearls.
Oh.
They're very pretty.
Do you like how many of the...
Now I'm not sure if this is actual Tim Holtz cardstock because once I added the blending solution it went milky, so maybe that means it's not. But that's what it looks like on the black. And then on photo paper. And let's try Yupo. Yupo.
Do you like how many of the top one I have?
Nice.
Let's see.
Can I have a big amethyst like that, please?
Do you mean...
Is that Yupo?
No,
No, that's Ceram coat.
No, unless you want to pay like millions of dollars for that. Like that whole thing would cost.
The problem with cutting up so much cardstock is I can't find what I need. And because I'm using the same colours again, I'm just going to... These probably needed to be shaken again. Oops.
No, that one goes on. Which one do you need there? Oh, you've done them. Okay. Go. Right, that's perfect.
They're on a Kenny Rogers kick next door. I can't be too mad. Oop. I think I went a bit overboard on the mixative.
Oh.
Oh, that's better. If you put the the alloy on it as you're doing the colours, it wicks out like it's supposed to do.
No, that's the gold one.
Wow, that's so pretty. I don't know if you can see the lines of mixative, of the alloy I should say, on there. Like marble.
No. Well, we know what song they're singing.
So there's Yupo, which is a lot paler and very pretty, but that could be also partly to do with the fact of how much blending solution. And then we've got the dark cardstock. On the vein of the dark cardstock, will you give that a bash, please?
Is this the one that no?
That's white. That's the one I left the lid off the other day and put back in the container on its side, and then picked it up and I had it all down my hand. My hand was covered in white. I only just got it off today.
Now she's playing with the same one again.
Well, it took me days to get the alcohol ink off my hands the other day.
Look at, do you like my butterfly? Do you like my butterfly?
What are the butterflies for?
They're crafty.
Ah, you craft with the butterflies. Okay.
Yeah. Love with now what I'm talking about.
So we'll go the same colours again.
Oh, I did that without actually tightening. Oopsie. Put it on spot.
Oops. Oh well. Can I have the white?
Not my fault.
So I'm going to use some white mixity, which I actually think my white needs a little bit of blending solution thrown in it. And then I'm going to use the alloy as well.
Oh, that increases my.
And then I'm going to add some solution. I want to see what the white does to the pearl colours. I say sparkly colours because I couldn't think of what they were called for a minute.
Do you like my face? You can't see my face.
You look angry.
Yes. Because I'm a crusader in the game.
I think I'm going to have to get rid of
I don't
the
like that.
blending solution. I use too much white. My white is too thick. I need to
I'm sorry.
pull off the lid and drop in some blending
Have fun with
solution to
that.
thin it out a bit.
Have fun with that.
I will.
I'll just be a mixer.